Hello, word nerds, and happy Sunday. I don't know about you guys, but I am very excited for this chat. It is the Fictional Character Showdown. I like to think of it as like the ultimate character showdown. I personally get irrational attachments to fictional characters, so I'm incredibly interested to see how this is going to go. So I have a bracket. The word nerds have seen the bracket, but just for ease of everyone, I will tell everyone what the two choices are, and then the audience can also vote. So we're very excited to see how you guys feel. But yeah, how are you feeling about the ultimate character showdown tonight?
I'm ready to end some friendships.
I briefly glanced at them over the weekend, so I'm mostly just gonna be making split-second decisions. No thought.
That's the way to do it.
Prepared.
Going on instincts only.
I'm literally going to be Googling some characters as we go and making snap judgments based on appearance.
So I know less of the hated ones.
Based on vibes.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Gonna do a vibe check.
Yes.
Yeah, nothing could go
I made the brackets, so I took suggestions from the word nerds, but I had the ultimate power, which means I know most of the characters for once, which is cool. So I'm very excited. There's not just book characters. In fact, I think there's 4 book characters, and there is a lot of shows and movies and other famous characters. So we have a bracket for favorite and a bracket for hated. So we're gonna kind of swap back and forth. Are you guys ready to just jump right into it?
Let's do it.
All right. So I always think it's fun to start with hated because I somehow feel like that's going to be more contentious. We'll start with the very first pairing.
And just to be clear here, we're voting for the one we hate more.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then favorite, you'll be.
It's not least of all evils. It's we really hate this sucker.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have Miss Carmody from The Mist, also known as Crazy Religious Lady. So if you've read the short story or seen the movie or TV show, it's different in the show, but Crazy Religious Lady versus Pierre from Stardew Valley. Great one to start us off with. We have Crazy Religious Lady, Pretentious Shop Owner.
Okay, so for people unfamiliar with I'm familiar with Crazy Religious Lady from The Mist, not familiar with Pierre the shop owner. What is his deal?
Okay, well, here, I'll tell you this. So,
capitalism, punchable
bad.
Face.
He has a family, but is always working during the festivals. His family even complains about him working so much. He has one of the worst loved gifts. The only thing he loves is calamari, which is incredibly difficult to get.
Gross.
And who are you? And he's closed on Wednesdays unless you do his bidding and run the competition out of town.
He does sound terrible.
And then he punches somebody. So,
Okay. Gotcha.
I know a lot about Stardew Valley.
I was biased towards Crazy Religious Lady, but you're talking me into it. Aaron, you're talking me into Crazy because I don't know either of these.
Okay, if you're not familiar with The Myth, I have not read the short story. I saw the movie, and it was the one and only time I remember viciously hoping for somebody to just get completely murdered. And my favorite story to tell people is that when we were watching The Mist, the theater was full because it was release day, and everyone was getting more and more angry at the religious lady because her whole deal is they're stuck in this grocery store and there's monsters all over the place, and she's trying to convince people that if they don't sacrifice one of the children inside the grocery store. Yeah, so she's trying to convince people we need to sacrifice this child because this is the devil doing all of this, and if we don't make a sacrifice to God, their monsters are going to get us. So she's ratcheting things up the whole time, and then in the middle of the movie they're having this tense face off and she's screaming about God and stuff and how they have to sacrifice a kid, and then the head guy of the other team just point blank shoots her in the face. And I will never forget, the whole entire theater went dead silent, and then everyone just busted out cheering and clapping. And so Yeah, she gets my vote because as much as the other guy from Stardew Valley punched someone, she wants to sacrifice children. So I mean,
That's
The
you know what,
children's
that's
sacrifice
valid.
for me.
Yeah.
there's a line. There's a line.
There is a line.
Yeah.
I still vote Pierre.
I still vote Pierre. The calamari is what does it for me.
He's
I should have been on board
inconvenienced me more.
every Wednesday when I'm waiting outside those doors. And they tell me they're closed. I curse him a little bit more.
You deal with the crazy religious lady inside the grocery store instead.
That doesn't seem like my business.
I'm not a child personally, so I'm okay.
Little children sacrifice.
Like, what would inconvenience me more, like, consistently, you know?
The shop being closed on Wednesday.
Clearly.
And calamari.
All right, so I vote Pierre. Megan votes Pierre. Erin, I'm assuming you are Miss
Pierre.
Carmody.
Full religious lady from The Mist.
Emma, how are you feeling?
I'm also going crazy religious lady.
Cairo, how
I'm
are you
also
feeling?
going with Miss Carmody.
You just don't understand the pain of
The personal inconvenience.
the personal inconvenience.
You don't get it. It's fine.
Joe Catherine said, how often are we going to be sacrificing kids anyway? And I like the way they think.
Listen,
Personally.
You think it would just be a one-time deal and then crazy religious lady would be satisfied? Oh no. All of
In
the
a
kids are going
way-
one by one.
in a way, Pierre is sacrificing time with his own children every week. So in a way, he's
Same.
sacrificing what they could become if
Clearly
they didn't
worse.
have an absent parent.
Absolutely. I'm sure
Yeah.
Abigail would agree with us.
Yes.
But also I think there was 2 votes for the Mist also in the
Yes,
comments.
there is.
Yes,
So
I'm tracking those.
I think
I
she's winning.
suppose Miss Carmody wins the first pairing. I will go
Not
ahead.
surprisingly.
I
You
don't
know,
why-
I
I've
was-
never. Oh, go ahead, Des.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm not surprised, but I was kind of hoping that Pierre could pull an upset.
You
know, It was
love
like
an
seed
upset
1
in the
versus
first
like seed 16. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I think I must have read a Twitter thread of someone who like retold The Mist, but in like Twitter thread form. Because I know I've never read that story, but I knew the ending of it.
But you haven't seen the movie.
I haven't
either?
seen the movie,
Okay.
no.
it's good.
So
My
good
mom
movie.
read the short story to me, and like she was like, I have to skip some parts, so I'm just gonna read it to you. And it was like my bedtime story in like 4th grade. 'Cause that's right when the
yikes.
movie was coming out. I loved it.
nice.
And
I don't know if the ending is the ending the same in the short story as it in
No,
the
it's
movie.
completely different.
Okay,
I
because that
don't
was
know-
brutal.
No, the ending in the movie is completely different. Like
Okay.
they completely made it up, not in the book
Okay.
at all.
Mm.
But I highly recommend it. It's a short story, so if you ever want to check
I'll
it out.
have to read it.
Yeah.
All right, on to favorite. We're gonna go ahead and flip flop. We have Warner from Shatter Me, which I'll warn I've never read the series, versus Jake Peralta from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh.
This one's favorite, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
favorite.
this one's an easy answer for me.
Me too. I like one of these series more than the other, which makes it
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, I would have. The funny thing is, Warner was like the guy I was excited about, but then you paired him with Jake Peralta. And it's like
Unintentionally.
clearly Jake Peralta's the better choice here.
Mhm. I mean, he is a cop.
Yeah, like that's
yeah.
the one thing going against him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But he quits.
But yeah, he quits.
Does
at the end.
quit.
Yeah.
He does quit.
Mhm.
Then he's just the dad. Which is even better.
But in a way, Warner is also a cop.
It's not true.
I
In a way,
guess
he's
true.
a worse cop.
Very true.
Kelly said Peralta always an ADHD icon.
Yes, a king. We
I
stay.
gotta go with Jake.
I don't think did anybody vote for Warner.
No.
No,
Wait, that was easy.
it's not a contest if
What?
you're up against Jake.
Yeah. That was easier than Miss Carmody versus Pierre.
Yeah.
I think Warner's fun because he's a complicated character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's my favorite character to read about, right? But yeah, Jake still wins.
Who would I want to hang out with? Jake.
Jake. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, swapping back over to Hated, we have Andy Bernard from The Office versus Tony Perkins from Heavyweights.
I don't know who Tony.
It's been a
Perkins is.
long time since I've seen Heavyweights.
I've never seen it.
I've never
Me
seen
neither.
it, but I don't hate
Is he the
Andy that much.
leader?
He's a little obnoxious.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Heavyweights, but like I don't watch The Office.
Yeah, I don't mind
he doesn't.
Andy.
He doesn't pass the vibe check.
Yeah.
What's his
He's
name?
he's the one who Ben Stiller plays. He's like
Maybe that's why.
the leader of the camp. I vote him. I remember hating him as a child.
Yeah.
I was never like super into The Office, but like between the two, I only know who Andy
Oh,
is.
he does not pass the vibe check either, so I'm gonna go with the Heavyweights guy.
Tony.
I just looked him up. He looks terrible.
I didn't start watching The Office until it was finished. And so I just watched it straight through. I didn't have like 10 years of my life dedicated to it. And so the post Steve Carell seasons get a lot of hate, but I thought they were some of the best character development in my opinion. Like I really enjoyed, I felt like all the characters got to shine a lot with Steve Carell not there. And like all of their characters got a lot more attention. And I know some people disagree and that's fine. But I thought that Andy's character was interesting in those seasons.
Kelly asked what Heavyweights is. It's a
I would
movie
also
from like
like
the
to know.
90s, I believe. And Ben Stiller, he plays Tony Perkins, and he's the like camp, like the lead camp person at like a fat camp, and he is horribly mean to the fat.
Horrific.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
I know.
I've never watched Heavyweights, but I listened to an episode of the podcast Maintenance Phase where they talked about like fat camps and like the one that inspired that movie, and it was horrible. So Tony all the way for me.
Anyone who works at a
Yeah.
fat camp is
I
probably.
think he was definitely the bad guy.
Yes, I think the kids
In
like
the film.
rebel. Yeah,
Yeah.
the kids revolt in it.
So he's not supposed to be an inspirational character in
He's
any way.
arguably
But,
more evil than Andy.
Yeah. And also
Yeah.
just annoying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
All right. Tony is the most hated.
The most hated, yeah.
All right. Switching back over to favorite. I think this one is going to be a
Putting on my
contentious
boxing
one.
gloves for this one.
Okay, we have Gideon from Gideon the Ninth versus Bandit Healer from Bluey.
I will fight you if you say the Bluey one.
Bandit.
Bandit all the way.
Bandit.
Bandit. I'm not really that familiar with Gideon. I still haven't read it. But like it could have been literally any character, and I probably would have voted Bandit.
So this is the fight of the himbos. And
I'm just gonna show up at all of your houses and be angry banging on the door. How could you?
Bandit,
Is
he's
best.
got jokes. He's got so many jokes.
Gideon has jokes for days.
Gideon has memes.
Tons, even.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Gideon's humor that much.
Emma.
This is when I admit this. This is when I admit that I couldn't get through book 2.
You're
I
hurting
do
my
like
feelings.
Gideon's humor.
See, there's a reason I didn't recommend Kaz Brecker, and I didn't want this conversation to happen about him. That's why I didn't put any.
That's smart. 'Cause
You were
if
guarding
Kaz
your
had been mentioned, I
reason.
totally would have put him on here
Yeah,
because
I
that didn't
was
even cross my
guarding my
mind.
peace.
I would have been looking on Casbrecker, but
No one said Bandit, and I was like, I have to personally.
Yes.
I watch
I
Bluey
have
every
not
single night,
seen
not ashamed.
Bluey.
I've watched hours of Bluey this weekend while on vacation. My son loves it. I think it's a super fun, super cute show. Like he left the room and I was just like standing in front of the TV. Like,
Bandit's
I mean,
such a
I
good dad.
have no children and watch it all the time. I made my husband connect the VPN to the TV because there were new episodes in Australia that came out last week.
really?
So- Oh yeah,
Really,
it's
you
great.
just need to introduce your child to Gideon. That's the clear solution.
I
I mean,
literally
Bandit's a great
just,
dad.
I
It's
just
funny.
dressed my child in Bluey pajamas to go to bed. Like we're a Bluey household. I love that Bandit is not only a good dad, he also like makes mistakes and like owns it when he
Yes.
makes mistakes.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
he's a 3-dimensional character.
I mean, we could honestly do a whole chat about Bluey. I'd be here
Yeah.
hosting. I'd
His
have
color
notes,
palette is
infographics.
better.
Kelly
right,
says
so-
Aaron looks so betrayed. I am Kelly. Knife through my heart.
It was not my intention to put these two characters together. It just happened.
I saw it and I cackled because I knew this would happen.
I can't, like, my computer isn't working properly, so I can't open the PDF document. So I was not prepared for this sudden
And I
betrayal.
knew you would hear it and think Gideon was a no-brainer choice. Then be shocked.
It's a cartoon dog, damn it.
I'm not going to take advice from a cartoon dog. An actual quote that Bandit has said. Therefore, he is the proper choice.
Let's move on.
We need some more audience votes on this.
Yeah, we have
one.
one for Bandit, one for Gideon.
Yeah, we need someone to break the
You
tie.
all know what you have to vote.
Because I'm keeping track of just audience choice. I want to know what the audience thinks aside from us.
Oh, Missy Kate said Bandit.
Oh yeah.
Misty.
I'll keep an eye and see if anyone comes to challenge it.
Bandit is, I'm just saying, all around great choice. Does anyone but Aaron say Gideon
I'm
for the word?
considering it.
Yes!
I don't know Bluey.
Okay, so Joe, Catherine, and Vanessa both
Another
say
vote
Gideon.
for Gideon.
Oh, Gideon's in the lead in
So
the
Gideon's
audience.
in the lead for the audience. Kyra, what say you?
I didn't think it was going to come down to me. I think I'm going to go with Gideon. I don't know Bluey, and I don't want Aaron to murder me in my sleep.
That's valid.
You
So
probably live
that's-
the closest to her of the people on this screen. So you have to
That's
be
true, I
careful.
do.
It's true.
That's right.
She could be headed to the car right now.
If you don't know, this is a recording.
Oh, we got
I-
Kelly for Bandit.
I like the assumption that I should know Bluey.
You would like it.
I probably
It's
would.
really-
It's such a
It's
safe
just like,
show.
why would it have come onto my radar?
Why not? I literally started watching it because someone on TikTok said that this is a show for parents. And I was like, I'll watch an episode. It's only 5 minutes. And then I watched the entire season. And then
I don't
Yeah.
watch a lot
It's
of
a show for
TV.
kids. Here's the thing though, Bluey episodes are like 10 minutes long.
Done.
yeah. There are some that are like
I
real
say this
short.
like I don't like my go-to binge show isn't Miraculous, another show for children that was not on when I was a child. But no, I just never have had a reason.
I mean,
like,
don't knock
to-
it until you try it. That's all I gotta say. I
I'm
have
still-
no
I'm
logical
still
earthly
going
reason
with-
to watch
I
Bluey.
don't like any of the other shows that my son watches. I would not let any of them stay on for a moment after he has left the room, but I will watch Bluey.
What are we with the audience votes?
Okay, so I have to recount because we had some more come in.
For Gideon.
And Bandit.
Yeah.
I think Gideon is in the lead for the audience.
I think it's one in the lead.
But Bandit is
Yeah.
in the lead for
For
on
For
screen.
the
on
Traitors.
screen.
So are we tied?
I think Megan is tracking a bracket just for
I'm
the
only tracking audience.
Okay. I've been doing consensus. So.
Perfect.
audience.
I will Sharpie my screen.
Well,
Mhm.
I don't know what to put for this one.
you do the word nerds and Megan
Okay.
does the audience. Yeah.
So,
From here on
okay,
out, it'll work, I
okay.
think. In the past, us and the audience have been in consensus, but this time we're split.
It's okay.
I
for the audience to
suspected
be
that would
wrong.
happen. Yeah, you can
It's
have
okay.
bad opinions.
We still love you guys. That's okay.
Um,
We all make mistakes. Maybe after I read Gideon, I'll change my mind, but I don't think so.
do the audiobook. Come on.
I will.
It's so
All right.
good.
Moving back over to Hated, we have Amy Pond from Doctor Who and Tom Buchanan from The Great Gatsby.
I only know one of these references.
I know both of them. Do people hate Amy?
Oh man,
I like Amy.
I had a very, very passionate dislike of that entire era of Doctor Who. And it was when I was big into Doctor Who. I'm talking like hundreds of dollars spent on Doctor Who items. Like when the 50th came out, I had all the stuff and I hated Amy. Least favorite companion. No, that's not true. Second least favorite companion. But I have a sense that I'm alone in this one, so that's okay.
Yeah.
I just don't like Doctor Who. So.
Also valid.
I'm a little scared to find out who your most hated companion is.
Clara. And it sucked that she came right after. But
that's bad timing.
Is Clara the little
roasted in the comments?
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. Amy.
Is Clara the little brunette girl?
Yeah.
Oh, I like her too.
Amy's not bad, but like comparatively, like really, I would love to see people's rankings one day because I have feelings. But anyway, so I'm just gonna write down Tom.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's a reason to ask anybody since no one has.
Everyone is just
strong
baffled.
feelings about Tom, but like just by default because I haven't watched Doctor Who.
I mean, I dislike Tom. That's true.
I dislike Tom too, but
Kind of a douche canoe.
I mean, Amy, I just did not care for her. Anyway, moving on.
Not your cup of tea. Yeah.
Okay, real quick. And Griswold said, let's not forget Donna. And I need clarification. Are you saying that Donna is worse or better? Because I have big feelings.
Fight.
I just need to know now.
I like Donna.
I love Donna.
Okay, so Missy Kate says Donna's the best. Joe Catherine said Donna grew on me a little, which would imply maybe some dislike of Donna.
Donna's great. But anyway, before we get too sidetracked, because again, thank you, and Griswold. All right, yeah, Donna is a great character, better than Amy. Anyway, with that, it's a great moment to move on. We have favorite Yennefer from The Witcher versus Charlie from Supernatural.
Oh no, don't do this to me.
This one was kind of hard for me.
How do I choose?
Which one is Charlie?
Felicia Day.
Felicia Day.
Oh.
So the thing I struggled with
when
this one is that there's the Charlie that existed and the Charlie that fans like imagined her to be. Like, I don't know. They could have done a lot more with her.
From what
Supernatural.
I remember, I was really into Supernatural for like a hot second. I didn't get past like season 7. So did she come back after that point?
Maybe.
Yeah,
well,
Kelly
there was
says,
a point. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I just said Kelly said, "Can I vote for Felicia Day somehow?" And I'm like, "That's how I feel."
Oh yeah, if we could just vote for Felicia Day, absolutely.
Yeah.
But like,
so they Supernatural spoilers here. I don't know which season any of these things happened in, so just blanket, like they all run together after season like 6. I only missed the last couple seasons, but they fridge her pretty grotesquely, and then as a way to like retcon all of the ladies they've fridged for these boys in like the second or third to last season, they said everyone is back alive now.
Yep.
They did something and then brought all of the girls back, including Charlie. I cannot remember if they killed her again or not. They did kill a lot of them again.
It's like, oh, we're listening to our fans. Oh, let's repair the crappy writing job we did, and then do it over again. I tapped out directly after Charlie, actually, because I was sick of seeing ladies murdered that I liked. So I'm gonna have to say, arguably, Yennefer is the better developed character, which is not surprising with Supernatural's writers. I have feelings. I could have a whole different chat about Supernatural.
One writer's room has a lot more women in it than the other.
Yes. Yeah.
Even source material, Yen.
Yeah.
I
I
do
love
like her.
Yennefer with all of my heart. Yeah. In the books, in the video games, in the show.
Yeah.
She's always great.
I've only seen season 1 of the show, and I love Yennefer, like, wholeheartedly. Like, first watch that, I was like, oh my god, this might be like my favorite character of all time.
I'm like willing to keep watching The Witcher even after Liam Hemsworth becomes Geralt. I'm gonna be like, oh no, that's been him the whole time because I love Yennefer and Jaskier, and I know he's on this list somewhere.
Wait, did I keep him on the list? Yes, I did.
I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember. I had to make cuts at some point. I can't remember which one.
He's up against someone else who I dearly love, and I haven't decided who I'm gonna pick yet.
Showdown.
Yes. All right. So Yennefer, I don't think anybody really voted for Charlie. Except for like Felicia Day, which like
I love Felicia Day, but
I haven't watched Supernatural, but I watched the first 4 episodes of The Witcher without realizing that it was not chronological, and then I was so mad that I was so confused that I gave up, and I hate it now. Except for Jaskier, I like him, and Ciri's fine, but the rest of it I hate.
That's valid.
It's not going to change the vote. I just wanted that to be known that I was mad.
All right. Ultimate hated. One of my favorite pairings. Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka versus Caillou from Caillou.
I don't even know what to vote here.
I might have to go with Grandpa Joe just because I feel like Caillou's young and might grow out of it. Grandpa Joe should know
grow out of it.
Can we gang up on a child?
It's a cartoon, so yeah.
Oh, Andrew said, why do we hate Grandpa Joe? I have the answer for that. Because he laid his able-bodied self in a bed with the other grandparents of the house. Charlie's poor parents working themselves to the bone, trying to put food on the table for 6 adults and a child, right? All of a sudden, Charlie comes home with the golden ticket. Great opportunity. Amazing. Grandpa Joe suddenly can hop out of bed and starts dancing. Like, sir, excuse me. You are just an invalid in the bed. And then he also is like, oh yes, I'm gonna be the one to take Charlie. Never mind that maybe mom or dad wanted to, have this special experience with their son. No, Grandpa Joe, who was probably very capable of working the entire time, who did a jig upon realizing the golden ticket. Yes, this man whose family was in poverty for years and decided to just lay in the bed and not tell anybody.
Psych.
So, if you couldn't tell where my vote is going, I do not like Grandpa Joe. In Griswold, we're in the hated category. Who do we hate more? The old able-bodied man or the little bald-headed child?
I'm voting the child.
One of the two.
I'm gonna have to go with Grandpa Joe purely because of Dez's impassioned plea.
I've been won over. I already didn't like Grandpa Joe, but like
I cannot stand Grandpa Joe. Like, those Twitter memes, it's like good morning to everyone except Grandpa Joe. Like, I feel that in my soul.
Oh,
how dare he?
Yeah.
At least Caillou is 4. Like, all 4 girls.
Yeah, that excuse for being insufferable.
Caillou just enrages me. I know Grandpa Joe is more wrong, but I think Caillou should know better to act the way he acts.
He's 4, but he should know better. Shut your mouth, Caillou.
I do appreciate Andrew saying that Caillou got me in trouble as a kid.
I loved Caillou as a kid. So I have fond memories. Because, like, we didn't have cable, so, like, Caillou came on PBS Kids. And, like, I remember getting to watch it before Head Start. And I was like, yeah, my mom hated it. She, like, always tried to turn it off. But I was like,
What
He's
is
just a
the
kid
problem
who's
with
four,
him?
like-
That he's really annoying,
He's
or
awful.
that
He's-
he's just a terrible child?
He's such a brat.
Such a brat.
Such a brat.
So he's the badly behaved children's show, basically, that
Yes.
Yes.
parents don't want their
And I
kids
think
watching.
he should be punished for by losing by
I
winning
agree,
most hated.
but less so than the grown man who
I
decided
do
to
respect.
lay in bed.
I respect the will of the people
Had
in
his
this.
family eating broth. Broth ain't got nothing in it. Able-bodied laying in bed. I'm sorry. I just cannot get past that.
I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll do like sleepovers in the living room and we pull the beds out and then it's like a lot of work to take them back the next morning. So we eat breakfast in bed and I call that like a Grandpa Joe day.
But no one feeds you broth, I assume.
No, we eat real food because we do both have jobs.
I used to do that a lot too as a kid, and I also like doing that. So I'm only calling them Grandpa Joe days for the rest of my life.
Yes.
My children will wonder what the origin is, and I'll be like, you know,
I'd love to tell you, but we're actually skipping the first 15 minutes of that movie.
yes, they will never know the travesty that is Grandpa Joe. and
The
his
real
awful
kick in the-
behavior.
The real kick in the teeth is that he's not even just able-bodied. He's like fit enough
Yes!
and like quite good at dancing.
Good enough
Like,
to
he's
walk
been-
around a candy factory all day long.
For
Like,
hours.
He's
To float
choosing.
in the room with the bubbly champagne. Like, this man was airborne and he couldn't go get a job. Really?
Which means
I'm
he just
saying.
likes sitting in that bed with 3 other people.
So I'm just gonna put down Grandpa Joe since I'm. Is there anyone that wants to take this to contention? Because
I respect it.
I don't think so.
this makes up for everyone saying that Amy is great. So, but good old G-Pod Joe.
I don't even get that passionate about Gideon, so like
It makes me so angry. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't dare.
Maybe
vote
it's
against
because
you.
like I grew up like around poverty, so like thinking of it logically, but I can't.
He
with
was
that.
definitely practicing his jig at night, just like sneaking in a bed when no
Had to have
one
been.
would know.
Get
Yeah.
doing his calisthenics.
It was.
Do you-
It looked choreographed to me. That's all I have. To
Right,
say.
exactly.
Do you think he helped run the chocolate factory? Does he? There's a sequel, right? Does he help in the sequel?
I don't know.
Man, if he
I haven't read
does,
the sequel.
my hatred will grow. So when your family was poor, you couldn't do anything, but now that your grandson has a chocolate factory, all of a sudden you want to be a CEO. All right.
Is
cool.
there a sequel?
Sorry. Welcome to the Grandpa Joe hate chat. Actually. Anyway, favorite.
No
characters.
one knew what they were getting when they arrived, but kind of you should have known.
You should have.
If not the specifics, then the general sentiment.
Grandpa Joe was your suggestion, right, Aaron? Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, it's on. It is on. You're absolutely right for hated character.
I don't think it was me.
It wasn't.
I don't know who it was.
It might have been Caitlin then.
Oh,
Mm.
Someone suggested it because I didn't think of it, and I was like so glad. I was like, yes, that's my time to shine to talk about the atrocities that this man has committed, the sins against his family. Anyway, moving on. Next up in the favorites, we have Levi from Fangirl versus Ellie Sattler from Jurassic Park.
Girl boss.
gotta go, Ellie.
I was Ellie for Halloween last year. Like,
Oh, that's right,
Nice.
you were.
yeah.
So
I mean,
is
I
Ellie.
Levi, but
I like Levi a lot, but
I do.
I mean, he doesn't look that good in mom jeans. So.
no.
has he trekked through the jungle to save some children from dinosaurs? No.
I feel like he would be eaten
True.
right away. I don't think he would last.
Yeah.
Sorry, Levi.
I've never seen Jurassic Park.
What?
Kyra, no.
Kyra.
No.
When at the pre-chat I said this made me realize I've never seen anything ever in my life. I meant that.
My husband's never seen Jurassic Park either, and it makes me angry.
Oh, come on.
I had them all on VHS, and my favorite one was the third one because I was weird. It was the pterodactyl room. It was the pterodactyls.
Oh, fair.
And the Spinosaur. I was like, those are cool.
Doesn't that have what's
Fair.
nuts in it? The comedian guy. That's one of his first roles. What's his name? He's like a really popular comedian now, and he gets lifted up by one of the pterodactyls. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
No? Okay, carry on.
I just remembered that one of the first characters that died was the actor that played Mr. Noodle's brother, Mr. Noodle, on Elmo's World. Because I liked pointing it out every single time.
I did not know that.
Yes. All right. Ellie. Girl boss. All right. Back to hated. So we have the Darkling from Shadow and Bone versus Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones.
Ramsay.
It's Ramsay for me too. I've also never seen Game of Thrones, but I
I
know
haven't seen Game of Thrones, so I have to go with the Darkling.
No, but see, I know who Ramsay is, and I do hate him. This is my thing. I've never seen Game of Thrones, but I know a shocking amount about Game of
You
Thrones.
know things.
I've never seen it.
I'm curious if the audience has any
Yeah.
suggestions before I move
And I
on.
wouldn't say I'm like a Darklina sort of person. Like I recognize the Darkling as bad, but I just don't feel the hatred in my soul for him.
Ramsay, if he was real and I saw him, like it would be on site, you know. Like,
There's ironically one person on this bracket who I hate more than Grandpa Joe. And I'm very excited to talk about it when I get there. But Ramsay's close. Not quite Grandpa Joe level, but you know.
Oh, off topic. Vince Vaughn is the one who I was trying to bring up. He's in the second.
Oh,
He's in the second Jurassic Park movie. That's what I meant. Never mind. It was not the third one.
I really like the second one too because there was a black girl in it, so obviously loved it. That was the one we didn't have on VHS though. We only had 1 and 3.
No.
that's how it always was with movies growing up, right? You'd have like random ones in the series and you'd always be missing one.
Yeah.
Just like waiting for it to come on TV so you could tape it.
Yes.
I just feel like Ramsay is, the comments are agreeing with us on Ramsay. I feel like he's like one of those characters that like truly, like he gets the ending he deserves. Like,
Yes.
you know,
Satisfying.
in the show at least, we don't know what happens to him in the books.
And there's never
And we never will.
there's like never a moment where they're trying to make you like him. I think Lee balanced this like, oh, are there reasons the Darkling is doing what he's doing? Do we like him a little bit? Nothing like that for
Not
Ramsay.
with Ramsay.
Not
Nor
with
should
Ramsay.
they.
Yeah.
I
no.
don't know about Ramsay. I'm sure he's terrible. But I think one of the reasons that I get annoyed about the Darkling is because of other people's reaction about him, like wanting them to end up together and stuff, and like treating him like he's some kind of sexy hero. So I have a bit of a rebellious streak, I guess. towards
Do
that.
you think
He's the worst?
if it was gender bent, you would
You
feel
would-
the same?
I cannot answer that question. I shall not.
Next.
Next question.
All right, favorite. Next we have Ian Malcolm, also from Jurassic Park. Sorry,
Yeah.
Kyra. Versus Phyllis from The Office.
Jeff Goldblum versus Phyllis.
No, it's not Jeff Goldblum. It's
Oh, Ian Malcolm. Oh, never mind.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, wait,
Still
I know
gotta
which
go
character's
with
which.
Ian.
Right?
Yeah. Still got to go with Ian.
Oh wait, no.
Wilson.
It is
Wait,
Jeff
this is-
Goldblum. I just
Yeah, it is. Okay,
I was like,
it is
I, was
Jeff
like, I don't want to
Goldblum,
say
I was like,
anything,
who was
so
it?
stupid.
He is
I
Jeff
vote
Goldblum.
for Jeff Goldblum.
Alan
wait.
Grant is the other character. Yes. I mixed
Because I
their
was going to say,
names up.
wait,
Yes.
I did this so
Okay.
wrong then.
And this is liked this time,
Yes,
right?
favorite.
Yeah.
So Phyllis versus Ian Malcolm.
definitely Ian Malcolm. Not a Phyllis fan.
Once again, I haven't watched The Office, so Ian Malcolm.
Missy likes Ian.
I feel like everyone's gonna go for Ian because like Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
That's why. For me.
Phyllis listened to smut in the office and made everyone uncomfortable. I
Yeah.
don't like that she did.
And she's
Other than
super
that,
passive aggressive.
I'm fine with that. I'll allow it. But
She's mean to Pam sometimes. Pam's my
Yeah.
girl. Can't have that.
I think
There are
that
definitely
Pam could
characters-
stand to have some people be mean to her every now and then.
I feel like there are characters in The Office I like more than Phyllis. But
Yes.
actually, now that I'm like running through the roster, maybe I don't.
Not really a lot of likable people.
Yeah.
I had a question for Misty Kate. Is this strawberry soda? It is lime and watermelon, sparkling water. I'm trying to get into the sparkling water game.
Try Liquid Death. It's my favorite sparkling water. It's so good.
Is that caffeinated?
No.
Why is it called death?
Yeah.
Because they were marketing to Gen Z.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Their whole thing is death to plastic because aluminum is easier to recycle.
Oh, I thought it was
I
gonna be
like
like
that.
gothic sparkling water. or something.
But they look
I'm
like-
trying to get into it because there's no caffeine and no sugar.
Yeah.
But Liquid
There's-
Death doesn't have any flavor, does it?
So they have the original, does not have any flavor, no sugar. The flavored ones, there's berry, lime, and mango.
Ooh.
They are lightly sweetened with agave nectar, so it's natural sugar,
Okay.
which
I'll
I
have
like.
to check those out. What's
I
it called again?
tried.
Liquid Death.
Liquid Death.
I tried my mom's limoncello LaCroix.
I tried a peach one.
The limoncello is really good. It's got like a hint of vanilla to it.
Ooh.
So next bracket challenge, sparkling water. Got it. Sparkling water flavors versus bluey characters.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Absolutely
Perfect.
makes sense.
What were we on? Hated? Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so. Yes. All right. So next we have Miss Trunchbull from Matilda versus Dolores Umbridge from Harry Potter.
Those are such similar characters.
Right?
Yeah.
I gotta go Trunchbull. Why would she like that?
I think Trunchbull for me. The
She had my
chokey.
girl by the pigtails. She was
Mhm.
never gonna come back from that. I'm just saying
That-
there was one black character and had her by the pigtails. Absolutely not. Could not.
Mm-mm.
That's hard though, because they're both actually physically awful too. Like Dolores Umbridge is making the students literally scar their hands and stuff. They're both terrible. Oh no.
Although I saw someone this past week post a picture of Trunchbull in her like sweats or whatever, and was like she was wearing athleisure before it was. I said, to be honest, if Bella Hadid was wearing this, we'd all be going crazy.
Okay, they're both terrible, but I'm gonna have to go with Umbridge because she joins the Death Eaters later. So she's like a magical Nazi. So I gotta
Still
go with that.
Trunchbull for me.
yeah.
She like fat shamed that kid. I didn't like that.
They're both
They're
terrible.
both real bad.
It's not a good choice.
You're muted, Des.
I knew that. I was testing all of you. You passed.
Smooth.
Pop quiz in the middle of stream. Got it. I was just saying that, yeah, Trunchbull, it was the pigtails. That was a very core memory watching that scene.
Yeah, maybe that's
Fair.
part of it too, is that it's like that was there for me at a younger age.
Yeah.
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 It was more formative for me.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I hate this person.
I think I'll go Umbridge because that's more formative for me. I didn't grow up with Matilda.
Yeah.
But also I feel like there was something about Umbridge that like I think part of what made her so terrible is that like we all have like met an adult like that, you know, like
Yeah.
where Trunchbull almost feels almost too much of a caricature.
Cartoonish
Mhm.
a little bit. Yeah.
I feel like that worked for me because I was like middle grade aged seeing it.
True. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't see it till I was older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, comments is definitely Umbridge, it looks like. Yeah. What is our vote?
I'm sticking with Trunchbull.
Trunchbull was
I
this
stand by
vote.
Trunchbull. Yeah.
Okay.
Umbridge is the comments. I like what Kelly said. It's like Trunchbull at least wears it out in the open versus Umbridge, who pretends to be a sweet human. That's what
true.
gets me. That's
Much like her creator.
malevolent. Ah! Also true.
Very valid. All right. For favorites, here comes another contentious one. We have Jasker from The Witcher and Misty from Yellow Jackets.
Oh,
I'm still not ready for this one.
No, that's so hard.
Because Jaskier has never done anything wrong in his life, and I love him for that. But Misty has done everything wrong in her life, and I love her for that.
I was gonna say it's for two very different reasons.
It's like Misty, I'm terrified of. Yasker, I would like defend with my life
Yeah.
because he needs my protection.
Yeah. Oh no.
But then I also like Jaskier TV. He might get my vote, but if we're also taking source material into it and like the video game, he's just fine. He's mostly narrator.
But then also, like, I love adult Misty, kind of find teenage Misty annoying.
Yeah.
That's
all that stuff with the soccer coach.
True.
Oh, yeah.
And destroying the black box.
And the black box, what was she thinking?
And drugging
Good
everyone.
for her.
Technically, drugging everyone was an accident, and she just kind of rolled with. I'm just saying.
She was like, let's see where this goes.
She's like, okay, I could tell everybody, but like, also let's see what happens.
I do love too that she's like the most weird ride or die.
I love weird
Like-
characters. My vote is going to Misty. I love both shows, but like taking the characters, like, because I've only seen the show for The Witcher, like taking both TV characters for like what we're shown, Misty is just a more interesting character in my opinion.
True.
Like
Yeah.
I would watch a spinoff of just Misty. I don't know how I would watch a spinoff with just Jasker.
Yeah.
I
I'm
would
gonna-
watch a series of shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm going to agree with Des because I think I have to vote for Misty because she's a more interesting character. That's the basis on which I'm voting. But yeah, I still absolutely love Jaskier. And I do think it would make an interesting short series because he's always getting himself into like shenanigans and in trouble with people, right? So
I would love to see
I'm
shorts
voting
with
for
him
Jaskier.
without the rest of the gang. Like, just like, what is he doing in between like all the time jumps? Because I've only seen season 1 so far.
When he's
but-
out
In the book,
romancing married women all the time.
yes, exactly. That's
Yeah.
the shenanigans he gets himself into.
And in the book, he's just standing in a tavern
Yeah, I'd
saying
probably
the same
watch The
things
Witcher if
over
it
and
was
over
just that.
again.
Right.
If it was just him running around romancing married women, I think I'd like it more than the thing we actually have.
We
I
use
liked
tiebreaker comments.
Misty's I want to talk to my lawyer cake. So I'm also going to go with Misty. And the scene where she does all the drugs for Nat. Those are the two Misty
I
moments.
forgot about
Pushing
that
over the
until
edge
now.
for me.
Oh, man, I want to watch the show again now.
I gotta rewatch
It's
it.
so good.
Oh, I
my
haven't
God.
watched a new episode yet.
I haven't either because I've been gone all week.
Me
I
too.
haven't either.
But I'm so excited for the new episode.
I haven't had time to because I'm just turning in my edit tomorrow though, and then I don't remember if I told you guys we're getting a new puppy on the 18th. So I'm gonna do like puppy sitting for like an entire week at least while I make sure he doesn't choke and die on anything. So
Smart.
I'll probably put on Yellow Jackets so I can watch that while I'm
Did you say you haven't watched any of the new season?
not any of the new season.
I haven't watched any of the
really-
new season
It's
either.
really good so far.
Okay, I'm really
It's
excited.
good.
I've been putting it off because I have to rewatch the first season because
Yeah.
honestly, there's a lot I don't remember.
Same.
Y'all will be shocked to know I've never seen it.
What?
So shocked.
Did not see that coming. That is
Done.
the
I'm
plot
not
twist
sure
for
that
me,
one's for
actually.
me.
Done.
You love a gory horror TV series where every episode is an hour long.
Yeah, that's everything I love. in
Super
this
up your
movie.
alley.
Like,
Yeah.
watch on Stars. It's not
I
even
can do
like
one like
accessible.
more intense show like once a year, once every other year about. We'll see if something opens up in the docket once Stranger Things is done.
Valid.
The
See if we
one
can shuffle
horror
something else
show.
in there.
You know, I did not think of putting anybody from Stranger Things on here. I should have put Eddie.
Oh, Eddie.
That would be tricky.
It would be. Next
I
time.
almost got his haircut in October in a moment of crisis. I went in and I was ready for it, and the hairdresser talked me out of it.
Why? Why did the hairdresser talk you out of it?
She was like, "Your hair's gonna frizz a lot," and I was like, "You're probably right."
Oh. Isn't that just like the wolf cut that everyone on Twitter was getting?
It's a mullet.
Kind of,
like,
yeah.
let's-
It's
Yeah.
more mullety,
It's a
but
mullet.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a trendy mullet.
Which
like-
the wolf cut was a mullet too. Like
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
a shag.
yeah.
Shag cut.
Shaggy mullet thing hybrid.
All right. Back to Hated. We have Clary Frey from Mortal Instruments versus Derek from Step Brothers.
I do
Never
not
seen
know
Step
Step
Brothers.
Brothers.
I haven't seen Step Brothers.
I watched like half of the movie. It's awful.
I
It's
was
one of the worst
not
movies I've
allowed
ever seen.
watch. I was not allowed watching R-rated films until I was about 24 years old. So
Same. I'm gonna have to go with Clary Frey, not just because I haven't seen Step Brothers, but also because she is literally the worst in every new blah, my brain isn't working. In every new version of the series they make, she's still the worst. So yeah.
That's valid.
This is like the one major YA franchise I've never read or watched anything from.
I wouldn't bother, to be honest.
I read the first 2 books and then I saw the movie in theaters. And then I watched the pilot of the show on Freeform.
The movie was so bad. And
Oh,
the
man.
show was so bad, but it was like
In a good way.
Yeah, like so bad that I really enjoyed watching the show. But she was still terrible. She's a terrible character because the source material is she's a terrible character. So, yeah.
That was easy.
yes.
Clary is the worst. Confirmed.
Clary is literally the worst.
I did not really care for the series. I have a core memory of going to see the movie after school, like the day it came out, because there was a theater right near the high school. So me and my friend, like, we went right after school to go see it. And we're the only ones in the theater because, of course.
The movie
We're just
was
like, what is...
fundamentally bad. Like there was a packed movie theater when I went, and I remember thinking, oh, people are laughing, and then people are laughing at all the wrong parts, because like
Oh, no.
the romance scene in the greenhouse when that
the greenhouse scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
cheesy
greenhouse
song
scene.
is playing, and then the absolute worst part is when he reaches into the magic mirror, whatever the hell that is, and like gently strokes her cheek, but it's just like this disembodied hand gently stroking her cheek, and the whole movie theater is laughing, and I'm like, this is supposed to be like a tender moment, and we're like, what the hell is this? Yeah.
It's such a like they're both good actors.
Mhm.
There was no reason for it to be that bad.
That bad.
It's so
Yeah.
awkward.
It was.
It's funny you mentioned the greenhouse scene because that was my friend's favorite scene. She would like watch it on YouTube. And like
It was so bad.
it was so bad. It was so bad. But
I
I just
really
remember being
liked the
like,
books. Like I read them in high school.
Yeah.
And I remember
I
like,
enjoyed them the first time I
reading
read
it through
them.
college, and I liked it. But
But I remember
in
rereading,
hindsight,
rereading the books, Clary reminds me of the very typical, like when YA was first starting to be a thing, you got the like very typical YA chosen one protagonist who like looked herself in the mirror and thought she wasn't pretty, but all the boys liked her, and like any other female is automatically a threat. You know what I mean? Like Clary
I just
has
liked that
all
she was a
those-
redhead.
Yeah. Clary has all those thoughts. Like she doesn't like Isabel at first because she's too pretty or whatever. Like
yeah, Clary was very not like
Very-
other girls, which is
yes,
very
yeah,
common trope.
TM, yeah.
Mhm.
Trademark, not like other girls. Yeah,
Yeah.
gross.
All right.
I'm taking the audience's silence as agreement.
Yes. Next for favorite, we have Arya from Game of Thrones versus Schmidt from New Girl.
Still haven't seen
Schmidt.
Game of Thrones, so gotta go Schmidt.
Mhm.
Schmidt.
I'm probably Schmidt. I like Arya, but she's not like my favorite Game of Thrones character. She also had a little bit of a not like the other girls.
Oh, yeah, very much not like other girls.
If Arya had had a more satisfying conclusion, then maybe. I didn't hate her ending compared to some other people's, but
yeah. I just didn't feel like she didn't have like a ton of character growth. It turned out like she had a lot of
you
plot,
thought she was gonna
but,
have
like,
a lot, and then she did.
Yeah, it's like she had a lot of plot, but like, did anything change about her view of the world or anything? Not
We went on a
really.
whole hero's journey to be in the very same place.
Yeah.
But now plus colonization, like
Perfect.
I actually do vote Arya because I really don't like New Girl at all
Ooh.
in a very big way. I've tried so many
Take.
times. I know it's a hot take. Whenever I say it,
Interesting.
people are always like, "What? You don't
No,
like
I
New
can
Girl?"
absolutely see why
I
someone
respect
wouldn't
that, yeah.
like that. Like it, like, and I like
Jess
New
in
Girl quite a
particular.
bit, but
Well,
I
Jess
don't
is
like
very
Jess.
yeah.
Jess is very much like, what's that cliche for the girl that like
The Manic
is
Pixie
quirky
Dream
and
Girl.
yeah, Manic Pixie Dream Girl. She's very
The
much
diet, not like other girls. Yes.
yes, yeah,
It
exactly.
was the ModCloth era, you know. It was the early 2000s.
Yeah.
We were all in peplum tops, and no one knew what was going on.
I liked Zoe Deschanel, but I just don't like New Girl. I thought Jess was really annoying, but like I respect
I
it.
respect that.
I do think
I get that.
my biggest complaint
was
about
what's
New
his
Girl is
nuts.
they did Elizabeth dirty.
So dirty. She was so amazing.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time.
I do too.
What was
And
his?
maybe
What
I'm
was
just excited that we're finally back to one that I like, the property I know.
I know that reference.
what was
well,
Jess's love interest again? What was his
Nick.
name?
Nick.
Okay, he was annoying to me. I found him
I
very
liked
annoying.
Nick.
I like Winston because he reminds me of my brother.
I love Winston.
Winston is my favorite character. And Ferguson. They're a pair.
Yeah. Winston.
Yeah, Winston's great. I feel like Nick becomes really great when he becomes a writer. Like, that's when Nick hits his peak.
It's interesting what Kelly said. TikTok has convinced me that Manic Pixie Dream Girls are actually autistic coded. So I'm much more on board with the trope now. I could kind of see that, but also they're not, it's just even worse if that is actually the case, how they're used then, right?
Yeah, and I
Because
think-
how they're used in media is
Yeah.
to teach the boy a lesson.
Yeah, I
a
think the
life lesson,
reason
right?
that we generally have an issue with Manic Pixie Dream Girls is that they are not. See, Jess actually isn't a great example of it because she actually is
True.
like a fully realized
Yeah,
character
she
and
has
she's the
a
main
character
character.
arc.
Typically, a
Yeah.
Manic Pixie Dream Girl is not the main character.
Yeah.
And we only see her through the eyes.
Yeah,
of the male
she's
love
there
interest.
to be hot and to teach
Very
the boy
looking
to
for
live in the
Alaska.
moment.
I was gonna say Alaska from Looking for Alaska is
Yeah.
like
Like
the
the
key
archetype.
example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jess is more of the adjacent, like Quirky is super cool
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
was
very
very
much.
popular at the time.
Maybe
Yeah.
quirky is cool bothers me because like I was quirky and I was not cool. No one thought the
Yeah.
quirky
No one
kids were
actually
cool.
liked it.
Like no one liked the weird kids. Like
Yeah.
no
I've
one was
been-
down with
I've been
us.
I was rewatching New Girl recently, and the one thing that is kind of annoying in it is how often like they talk about like Jess isn't hot, and I'm like,
Get out of
come
here.
on. They're like she's cute and quirky. She's not hot. Like when she like tries to bartend at the bar for like a special event, and they're like, you just
Yeah.
can't do this. You aren't hot enough. I'm like, guys would be all over her because she's petite, she's adorable, she's cute. Like no way she would be
Yeah.
successful.
It's
So
ridiculous.
Deschanel, so you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's very much Hollywood when they're like, oh, she's obviously like a solid 10, and they're like, well, she's glasses and her laugh is kind of dorky, so therefore she's she's never gonna get a date. And you're like, please.
I just love one of my depressed because a loved one is dead comfort episodes is Nick's dead dad pass episode where he's in this just like bright orange tracksuit and just doing whatever the hell he wants. And anytime anyone is like, why are you doing that? He's like, it's my dead dad pass. I love that episode so much. Highly recommend for the other dead dad girlies. Yeah.
I feel like that's something you say. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Now I know where it stems from.
I think the episode where Jess has the like fish tank, the pebbles for the fish tank that she thinks is meth, and the I think that's like maybe one of my all-time favorite sitcom episodes. It's so funny.
All right, audience has chosen Schmidt 2-1.
Yes. I figured.
That kind of surprises me, actually.
It doesn't for like, I knew that you guys were all going to pick Schmidt. So I was like, I see it going that way. All right. We have one more on the first bracket of each. And then we all know that the next rounds are always a lot faster.
Yeah.
We can just like speed round them, you know? All right. So last pairing for Hated is Viserys Targaryen versus Bella from Twilight. So Viserys from House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Remember when I said I had a hated character more on this list? It's Viserys. Because how dare you fumble the bag at the end, sir?
Why would he do that?
He drug his decrepit, dying, decaying self up these stairs to say, why are you questioning me? And then has the nerve with his dying breath to just undo everything.
Like he could have stayed quiet. Like
He could've
there's
just
no
not
reason
said
for him to
anything.
do that.
What an antagonist.
Married his
He
daughter's
doesn't pass the
teenage
back
best
check. I
friend.
vote for him.
Yeah. Messy till the end.
Made
I
the
know,
wife
Tyler,
he
you
loved
haven't
so
seen
much
it,
get
but-
pregnant over and over again.
Man.
Had a perfectly
Just
good
out of curiosity,
childhood.
would I
First
maybe
episode
like
of
House
last
of the Dragon if I've never watched Game of Thrones?
I think so.
I think you could.
With keeping in mind, I never know what I'm gonna like, which is part of why I've never seen anything. But just if I was thinking about it.
I
was gonna say House of the Dragon is arguably more graphic than Game of Thrones.
That's not why I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
Okay. In a different way though, like
I do think House of the Dragon is more character driven, which you might like.
Okay.
Yeah. I personally felt like it had a lot of flaws, and knowing where the story goes, I don't know that I'll continue watching it. I might give it a few episodes to see what people are saying. But I did really like watching something at the same time as the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's very much like I'm going to keep watching it, and unless it reaches a point where I'm just not into it.
I'm going to let Emma watch it and tell me.
Okay. I don't know. This chat is making me feel like I should watch something. Something that's not rewatching.
one
Jurassic
thing,
Park.
maybe.
show.
Yeah,
Jurassic
Jurassic
Park.
Park.
Start with Jurassic
Yes.
Park. Work your way forward.
Yeah, Kelly said there will be no joy in House of the Dragon. She's absolutely right.
Okay, nope.
There is no joy.
I'm done. I'm done.
We already know how the character stories end, and it's not
Yeah.
good.
Well, I
also
don't. I
just
never
felt like
watched
there
Game of
were-
Thrones.
What's the point?
Everyone is sad. It's all
I don't
the
understand.
point is the characters are so good. Like we're gonna talk
Characters
about
are
Rhaenyra
good.
in the next one, but like I also have a lot of opinions about Rhaenyra as a character.
I just felt like it was so character driven and so under supported in that endeavor. Like the writing they needed more episodes or like a different
Yes.
structure or something. Like it just skipped so fast through everything.
Like,
And
Like,
it's
let's
gonna
get
make
to the
this-
sad part.
It's gonna make the subsequent seasons not feel as satisfying because they skip
Yeah.
so much so fast.
mhm.
And like everything that
Mhm.
happens next is like just ratcheted up to like
Mhm.
500. Like everything that's
I-
happened was crazy, but like everything that's going to happen
Mhm.
is insane.
I personally think they shouldn't have told it chronologically. I think they should have gone back and forth between
Agreed.
the teenage years and the adult years.
Agreed.
Yes.
Instead of doing like 6 episodes and then just skipping forward.
I'm just being like, here's new actors.
Yes. I know we barely talked about Viserys, but yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah, I vote for the crusty old guy.
Yeah, freaking fumbled the bag at the very end. Like you,
For no reason.
for no reason. Like you could have literally said nothing. Like you went through all the effort of like dragging your dying body out of your room for the first time in years, to then just undo everything you did in your entire life.
You might even
Not have
say
the
he's
decency
like
to
the anti-Grandpa Joe.
Yes. Oh my god. And I'll come back to Grandpa Joe.
It always
He is the anti-Grandpa Joe. I will never be able to unthink that. That's amazing.
Just retitle this chat the Grandpa Joe chat.
Oh man. All right. Last loved character, and then we can speed round everything else really quickly. We have Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter versus Rhaenyra Targaryen from House of the Dragon.
Luna.
See, I don't know because I don't feel strongly about either of these characters.
I do. I vote Rhaenyra, and like which is really funny because Luna was always my favorite character, like forever. But I don't know. Like it was the scene where she had just had the baby walking across the castle. I was like, what a just badass queen. Like
I vote Rhaenyra because she got to be with that soldier guy, even if we never got to see it.
And like her. Both of the actors who played Rhaenyra were both
so good.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
My only Rhaenyra regrets are that the writers didn't give us more of her. I liked her every time I saw her. And then every time they jumped forward, I was like, but wait, I was just into that.
Yeah. Like I was really sad when they did like the like permanent like time jump. Cause I was like, oh, like I like both of these actresses and it sucks that we don't. It's like I think it's Millie Adcock who's the first actress. I was so sad. I was like, dang, like I really, really like them, but I don't know. The
I liked
very Luna.
Yeah.
I liked Luna when I was like reading the books, but I was never like a Luna girly.
Yeah, me
I liked her.
Me too. More like the movie Luna, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I did enjoy the book Luna, but really like the actress, how she played the character too. So I like her.
So is it Rhaenyra for ours, Luna for chat?
I think so.
All right. All right. Speed round.
Speed.
I have
our for this one if we stay on one bracket.
Yeah, let's go hated and then loved.
Cool. Perfect. I have the one that we did. I don't remember all of the ones that were different. So first, Miss Carmody versus Tony on Hated. Who do we hate more?
Miss Carmody.
Carmody.
That's what I thought. Easy.
Let us know in chat too.
Yes.
I'll shout out if you had something different to vote in chat.
Perfect.
And I'll keep track as we're going, even though we're speed rounding.
Okay. Next we have Tom versus Grandpa Joe.
Grandpa Joe.
I didn't know what the answer is for everybody. But there's one clear menace to society over the course of several decades. Anyway. Next we have Ramsay versus Miss Trunchbull.
Ramsay.
And in this one, in chat, you're voting Ramsay versus Umbridge.
Right.
I'm going Ramsay as well.
I also vote Ramsay.
Ramsay's pretty bad. And then we have Clary versus Viserys.
Clary.
Viserys. Why did he do that?
Viserys. At the last, I can't stress enough the fumbling of the bag at the last moment. Sorry,
I can't stress enough. Like, I know there was no good option, but not informing your wife, like, "Hey, this is what we're about to do to your body. This is what's going on with your birth." Like,
that was like hard to watch. Like,
not giving her, like, not telling
unbelievable,
no bodily autonomy.
You're really talking me out of watching this show.
Yup.
There's a
Watch Jurassic
lot of
Park, Kyra.
childbirth. A lot of
Oh
childbirth.
no,
It's hard.
thank you.
It's if you
There are, I think, 4 on-screen birth scenes, and
Why?
most of them someone dies
yes.
during them.
Yes.
It's not
Super-
for me. I've
Super
decided.
No.
trigger warning for
No.
anyone who decides to
Yeah.
watch it because I was not prepared.
I need a
Okay, fine.
tiebreaker in chat for Clary v. Viserys.
Clary.
Viserys. What was ours though? Viserys, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I don't want to just like make up the decisions in my head and just assume that everyone is agreeing.
I don't really have a dog in that fight.
Okay. Do we want to finish the entire hated and then move on
Yeah.
and finish the entire
Let's
phase?
do it.
Perfect.
Okay,
Well,
we've had
Looks
another
Claire's got
upset.
the win. For,
Clary.
it's crazy. I mean, I know Clary's bad, but like, Viserys starts generations long war.
But she was the worst, so.
You know, that's valid. All right. This is where it's going to start getting complicated. Miss Carmody versus Grandpa Joe.
Joe.
Oh
Joe.
no.
For me,
hell,
it's Joe. He basically sacrificed children. Charlie had a pepper He was in bed and Charlie was working. He was like, what, like 8? Sir, I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. I'll go with just because I feel like Des might fly to my house. If I don't, I'm gonna choose Grandpa Joe.
I'm just saying, I cannot stand Grandpa Joe. If you could not tell. The thesis statement of this night is
Might have
Grandpa
picked
Joe
up
is the
on
worst.
Carmody versus Joe in chat. Let us know.
She's the crazy religious woman. If anyone's not picking up on that, crazy religious lady that wants to sacrifice children, or Grandpa Joe,
Who also sacrifices children in his own way.
Do we really think the killing stopped once Charlie took over the
I
chocolate
know, I was just
factory?
saying, like, what would happen to all the other children of the factory?
that
In
is
the
the
original,
point.
we never see them again.
That's more Willy
I'm so
Wonka's
sure.
problem, but yes.
Who benefits though? Who benefits the most? Arguably, someone. I'm not saying any names, but someone went from laying in a bed all day to being like part owner of a chocolate factory. Saying
Maybe he was in
suspicious
cahoots.
And I don't think
circumstances.
Charlie knows how to manage money.
No, he's like 8.
Okay, the mist lady's winning out in the comments, which is fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
This chat is just really
But we don't
anti-Grandpa
respect it.
Joe.
Yeah, I understand. I disagree, but
Des has turned me to their side.
Yeah.
hey,
Now
Grandpa
that
Joe.
Caillou's not in the running.
What if you did Grandpa Joe versus Caillou? Oh no, Grandpa Joe
We started there.
Yeah, that's
won
what
out.
started.
Right.
Like in an actual fist fight, I think Grandpa Joe would actually punch the 4-year-old. I'm just saying. Like he would. That, especially if
didn't
there
know
was
we
like,
were-
some money on the other side. I'm just saying, Grandpa Joe.
I didn't know we were gonna get physical. Well, Grandpa Joe's very spry, so he would definitely win.
And he's sneaky.
Yeah.
You gotta watch the sneaky ones. That's all I'm saying. All right. We have
Oh, Lord.
Ramsay versus Viserys for ours for the next one.
Ramsay. I had said that very decidedly for someone who's not engaged.
And,
with it, but
This is also. Is this one that's. Yeah, I think this is a fully different one.
Yeah, it would
for
be
chat. It's Umbridge
Umbridge
v.
versus Clary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So completely
In chat.
different.
Two George R. R. Martin characters.
I still say Viserys.
I hate them for different reasons.
He was old enough to
Exactly.
know better and thought he was a good person. I don't know that Ramsay ever thought he was a good person.
No, Ramsay just enjoyed being a bad person.
better.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm going with Ramsay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the worst.
I can't let my hate cloud me on this one. You know what?
Can't believe it's gonna be Ramsay versus Grandpa Joe.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you know that Ramsay and ours wins. I don't know. Chat is.
Leaning on
Umbridge is winning in chat. But we do have agreement on Ramsey in our bracket as well.
Okay. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Grandpa Joe versus Ramsey Bolton.
And in chat, you're voting Carmody versus Umbridge as well.
I'm still voting for Ramsey. Just for
I don't think I need to say where my vote is going.
I don't think you do.
I don't know
everybody
who
is very
Ramsey
clear.
is, so I'm gonna go with Grandpa Joe.
I mean, Ramsey owned his evilness, which, like, yes, it's awful, right? Grandpa, somebody said in Griswold said maybe Charlie's mom had Munchausen by proxy. Would not put it past that man. Would not put it past him. Just saying. Had his family in poverty and acted like a saint, and like nobody caught on to his sneaky ways. His family still loved him. Like they still were like, yes, Grandpa Joe is the best. At least no one loved Ramsey. Everybody hated him. They were terrified of him. Just saying.
I have to go Ramsey.
Yeah, I have to for my girl Sansa. I have to go.
Yeah,
that's valid. That's valid. You know, Charlie's Ricketts probably doesn't agree, but it's valid. Totally valid.
Most
all right,
hated
I guess
in
I can't
chat
stop my
is
lobbying.
Umbridge.
Yes, Grandpa Joe. I'm gonna make a shirt that's like the anti-Grandpa Joe club. Like,
I think you should.
President.
Should.
Yeah.
All right, ultimate hated character of the night is Ramsey Bolton beating out Grandpa Joe. Kelly makes a good point. Justice for Sansa versus Charlie, who is now a chocolate billionaire.
It's true. Something
That's
to
true.
consider there.
Sansa is now a queen, but you know.
You know what? That's true, and arguably that's better than the Chocolate Factory. So again, who's the true villain?
At least Sansa saw her villain for who he was.
That's
Charlie's
true.
still supporting Grandpa Joe.
Charlie is still enabling that man. It's sad, really.
I mean, he's
and an enabler.
That is no excuse.
A billionaire enabler at 8. Yes.
The only thing
He
that
did not
could have
question
made
Grandpa Joe when he started dancing.
the only thing that could have made this better for me would be if instead of Ramsey, it was Littlefinger. Like,
I think if it had been any other character but Ramsey, I still say Grandpa Joe probably could have taken the win. All right.
See, Littlefinger is
ultimate
my least favorite Game of Thrones character. So
Yeah,
that's true.
Anyway,
Ultimate favorite. This one. All right. First, we have Jake versus Bandit.
and in chat, it's Jake versus Gideon.
Oh yeah, I forgot how long chat was.
I gotta go Bandit.
It's kind of hard because they're like very similar characters.
Same guy, different fonts.
I mean, I've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so it's Jake for me.
Jake for me as well.
It's Bandit.
Team Bandit.
Yes!
Yes! Bandit
No!
Bandit has clinched this
Yes!
round.
Come on, Gideon for the chat. Come on, chat.
Okay, we got
Aaron is
2
just, like,
votes for
fully
Gideon,
muted
1
at
for
this
Jake
point.
in chat.
I'm just like
Oh,
in the
a
chat
tie.
making up fake
Oh.
names.
Jake takes the lead.
No.
Des, Megan, and I will be creating a Bluey podcast after
Yeah.
this. Or
Don't tip me with a good time.
a separate Bandit Healer fan club channel.
Like commission.
I could have
some
a whole
art of
episode
us
about a
as
different
Bluey
character.
characters.
Like I could literally talk like for 20 minutes about Snickers, who's in like 3 episodes. Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's a problem.
I just want to make sock puppet accounts and just like vote for Gideon in the comments.
You need a better computer for that.
True. Don't get it done on time. Kelly, how could you?
Betrayed by everyone you know.
Pretty much.
Unfortunate. All right, so it looks like Jake wins for Jake versus Gideon. Also, Kelly said she's down for a Bluey chat, so
Do a
I'm
Bluey
sensing
movie night.
a Bluey. Yes.
A
We'll
Bluey
watch like an
movie
entire
night.
season.
Yeah, it's great. All
I
right.
actually like Bluey, but now I'm gonna resent him.
Bluey is the best. All right. Next we have Yennefer versus Ellie Sattler from Jurassic Park.
Ooh.
Two girl bosses.
It's a
Yeah.
good matchup.
Maybe they'll kiss.
Probably in your head, yes. That's difficult.
I gotta go Yen again.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah,
vote Yen.
I think so, Yen. Yeah. That's hard though.
That is hard.
And that vote is the same in chat. Yen v. Ellie.
Sorry, Ellie.
They're both so good.
They
But-
are both so good.
Yennefer has magic, so
It's true.
bonus points.
And also a tragic backstory
A
to boot.
sad little backstory.
Yes.
Ooh, one vote for Ellie.
Ooh.
All right. We had Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park versus Misty from Yellow Jackets.
Same
Misty.
in chat. Same vote in chat.
Misty.
I think I'm gonna do Misty. Yeah.
I also vote Misty.
Yeah, Misty wins.
I mean, Jeff Goldblum is great, but
But he's
like,
not.
char-
He's no
character
Misty.
to
Let the
character.
record show I vote for Jeff Goldblum. Put that on paper.
Yeah. Okay, we got a tie in chat right now. Ian v. Misty. So everyone start fighting.
Fight, fight, fight.
Where'd Andrew go? Come back, Andrew.
You're the tiebreaker. Yeah.
I know on our chat it's Misty on our the Word Nerds one.
Yeah. We will be your tiebreaker if no one shows up.
Yes.
Well, then Misty just wins.
Correct.
Oh no.
What an unforeseen turn of events. All right.
No.
Sorry, Andrew.
Doesn't know either of the characters.
Somebody win.
Pick one.
Wait, you don't know for Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park?
But
Andrew
all
is
of us
another.
have seen Jurassic Park. Erin.
I was gonna say, Kyra and Andrew will clearly have to
Kyra's
get
called
together
out.
and watch Jurassic Park. What the heck? All right.
I'm just gonna put Misty.
Okay,
Move
I
on.
guess we're breaking the tie, and it's Misty.
Excellent.
All right. Next we have Schmidt versus Rhaenyra.
And in chat, it's Schmidt versus Luna.
Oh,
I'm still going with Schmidt.
me
'cause
too.
I've seen him.
Schmidt for me as well.
I gotta go Rhaenyra because when Schmidt cheated, it wasn't in a fun girl boss way.
That's fair.
That's valid. Absolutely. My vote is also for Rhaenyra because I don't like New Girl. So Schmidt by association loses.
Yeah, it's fair.
I don't think I'm even gonna know like any of the finalists.
Yeah, that's what I say.
All the characters I knew on this bracket are just gone. I think.
Emma, what was your vote? I think
I
you
was
were the
Rhaenyra. I
Rhaenyra,
was Rhaenyra, yeah.
right? So there was 3 for Rhaenyra.
Woohoo!
And Luna is the clear winner in the chat.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have Bandit versus Yennefer.
And in
Yennefer.
chat, it's Jake versus Yennefer.
I must finally leave my man Bandit for Yennefer.
Gotta be Yennefer.
I love Bandit so much, but Yennefer has to
Yennefer.
just barely clinches the win.
The contrarian in me wants to go Bandit, but I know the truth. It's Yen.
It's a hot girl with a sad backstory.
Yeah.
Beats out the nice dad.
I'm powerless. The hot kind of mean girl. All right. Looks like in chat we have a Yen Jake tie right now. So if anyone wants to chime in and be the tiebreaker there.
Just gotta Google him
See,
and do a vibe check.
Vanessa voted Yen. 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang. I guess we're the tiebreaker again. So I think I know who's gonna win for chat. If I had to project.
I mean, I'd vote for Jake.
I got frozen here. Who won in our chat?
Yennefer.
Yennefer.
For ours.
Okay. Yeah.
I was saying if we're the tiebreaker and Yen wins for chat, then I am fairly confident I know who the overall winner for chat will be. You know what? Yes, I'll allow it. Jake wins.
Jake wins.
Just to make things interesting.
Yes.
All right. We're down to our last couple of choices. We have Misty versus Rhaenyra.
And in chat, it's Misty versus Luna.
Gotta go with Misty.
Misty. Yeah.
Misty.
Misty.
Andrew's just yelling, Jake, really loudly now.
Misty and a Luna.
So far, we're tied.
Tied in.
Oh.
Ooh,
Luna is up by
Luna
one.
takes a fast lead. The tension is palpable.
I think Luna wins.
I think so. I'm calling it.
All right, last one.
Yeah, Luna.
So for us, it's Yennefer versus Misty.
Yennefer. Oh, this is difficult.
My heart is with Yennefer.
I must agree.
I think so too, actually. That's difficult. But
I
don't
also
want to
Sorry,
watch
Misty.
either of these shows. I'm abstaining from doing it. In fairness, I did watch like 4 episodes of The Witcher, I guess.
So what is the choice for chat?
It's Luna v. Jake.
Ooh,
Completely different choices.
Very different.
I should have
Sorry,
been-
I think I initially said Luna v. Yen, but I meant Luna v. Jake. Sorry, chat. Let me know if that changes your answer.
Kelly said things would have been different if Amy had been on the faves chart, which is just that not with me making the bracket. Sorry.
Or if Sansa had been here instead of Arya.
I was going back
Ooh.
and forth on who to add. I picked Arya because I figured more people liked her. Because I always got crap for saying Sansa
I don't
was
think
my
so on
favorite.
this crowd.
I believe,
probably not this crowd.
I believe when Megan, Kelly, and I did a Game of Thrones bracket, I'm pretty sure Sansa won for our favorite Game of Thrones character.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
She's
she
my
did.
favorite Game of Thrones character.
She's also my favorite Game of Thrones character. Whoops, this was an
Also-
oversight.
Also, my favorite Jonas Brothers wife.
Yes.
Yeah, that too, actually.
What was that, like 90s revenge, 90s style aesthetic
Oh,
revenge,
Get Revenge?
movie? Get Revenge or Do Revenge?
Do Revenge, yeah.
She was so good in that.
so good in her like 5 minutes.
Yes.
I don't do cocaine.
It
Kelly
looks
said
like
that.
Jake is the winner in chat.
So interesting.
Yeah.
I love the different winners. Kelly said, let's just declare Sansa the winner.
Hear me out. A bracket, but all the characters fall under the umbrella category of himbo.
Hmm.
So bracket.
Yes.
I think that's the next one we should do, personally.
Yes.
Himbo Showdown.
Yes,
Yes.
the himbo showdown.
I
I
feel
feel
like
like-
alliteration.
Once we've all had a chance to see the Barbie movie, That's
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe-
I want to see
yeah.
Barbie first.
in honor of Greta Gerwig's Barbie.
Maybe that's what we should do. Like when the Barbie movie is out after a little bit, we'll have the himbo showdown.
In honor of Ken.
I feel like you're right, Megan. It needs alliteration. What about like the himbo
Yeah.
hoedown?
Yes.
Oh, down.
All I could think of was Himbo Heyday, and I didn't like that as much. Himbo Hoedown. Perfect.
All right. And Griswold wanted to know the winners for our bracket for the word nerds. For hated, it was Ramsey with a very close second place by Grandpa Joe. And for favorite, it was Yennefer with Misty in second place.
And in chat, hated was Umbridge, and most loved by Andrew Yelling Loudly was Jake.
Amazing. Now, who would win in a fight? No, I'm just kidding.
Now go
Wait, no.
with the winners.
Wait, who's fighting?
Oh, I was just saying, like, who would win in a fight? Like, Faye. I would think it'd be funny, Faye versus hated. Hero versus
Yes.
villain.
Oh yeah, do that. Okay, so who were the two? The
For us,
Hero
it'd be Yen versus wait, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yen
versus
versus
Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Oh, Yen would
Oh.
take him.
Oh, Yen
out.
would.
Yen would just
It would be so satisfying.
I don't even know him very well, but I know Yen would just mop
I know I
the floor with
jokingly
him.
said write a fanfic with the winner, but I feel like Emma wants to now.
Just cathartic.
Yennefer destroying Ramsey Bolton.
Almost
what
as
about-
satisfying as if she destroyed Grandpa Joe. Arguably. You know how Yen cares for children? She would not stand for this
Mhm.
nonsense. I'm just saying. All right. So we have been running for an hour and a half. It's been great, but I am sure we are all tired and ready to get to bed and to our other things. So thank you guys so much for joining us. This was a fantastic chat. We had a lot of fun. Do we have a chat for next week?
We do. Let me pull it
Is
up.
it a word in?
Is it
Or
nerded?
nerdin?
I think it is.
We've been doing them about every other week. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Next up, Nerdin.
Yes,
Nerdin.
next up, Nerdin. So be sure to join us here next week, and we will see you on Sunday. Bye.
Bye.